When you think of Cleopatra, you think of ancient Egypt. You group her with the pyramids, the Sphinx, and the dawn of civilization. But here is the reality that will break your brain. Cleopatra lived closer to the invention of the iPhone and the 1969 moon landing than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid. Let that sink in. By the time Cleopatra was born, the Great Pyramid was already an ancient, crumbling relic. It had been standing for 25 centuries. To her, the pyramids were as ancient as the Roman Empire is to us. The world that built them was a forgotten one. In fact, when the last gleaming white limestone blocks were being set on the Great Pyramid, woolly mammoths still walked the earth on a remote island in Siberia. This was the Old Kingdom, a time so distant, a society so focused on building stone mountains for their god kings that by the time our story's hero arrives, its architects were already legends of a forgotten age. So, what happened in those 2,500 years? If the Egyptians were capable of building the greatest wonders of the world so early on, why did they just stop? The first reason was practical: bankruptcy and chaos. The sheer, staggering cost of the pyramid complexes helped break the economy of the Old Kingdom. But the second reason was more human: grave robbers. A pyramid is essentially a giant neon sign that says, "All the gold is right here." By the time the New Kingdom pharaohs came to power, they realized that if they wanted to stay buried, they needed to stop building up and start building down. They moved their tombs to the Valley of the Kings, trading ego for security in hidden underground chambers. But there was a deeper, spiritual shift. In the Old Kingdom, the pharaoh was seen as the only one who got a guaranteed afterlife. The pyramid was his private VIP pass to eternity. But over 1,000 years, Egyptian religion democratized. Ordinary people started believing they too could reach the afterlife. The focus shifted from building one massive tomb for one man to building massive temples for the gods, like Karnak and Luxor, where the whole community could worship. The age of the pyramid died because the age of the temple was born. By the time Cleopatra took the throne, Egypt wasn't even Egyptian in the way we imagine. She was ethnically Greek, a descendant of Alexander the Great's general. She lived in Alexandria, a city of marble and philosophy, not mud bricks and monoliths. She was a scholar, a mathematician, and the first ruler of her dynasty to actually learn the Egyptian language. When she looked at the pyramids, she wasn't seeing the birth of her world. She was seeing a mystery from a distant, almost unreachable past. She was a tourist in her own country's history, just like we are. We tend to view history as a single, flat image, a long time ago where everything happened at once. But Cleopatra reminds us that history is deep. It has layers. She stands at the midpoint between the first pharaohs and us. She didn't live at the dawn of civilization. She lived in its twilight. She was a modern woman in an ancient world, looking back at the pyramids with the same sense of wonder and the same massive distance of time that we feel when we look back at her.